Real Madrid are actually looking at offers for Gonzalo Garcia. That's the main news recently from Real Madrid itself. I don't know the full truth into it, but it looks like Gonzalo Garcia could be exiting the door at Real Madrid. And to 3 clubs in the Premier League who may be looking at him to join upon their ranks. And I look at Gonzalo Garcia as a player that I'll be absolutely fuming if he leaves. And let me tell you why, people, yeah? There is a certain system at Real Madrid where we love, obviously, shoehorning players in to positions that are not necessarily playing in good, essentially. And we actually are looking at, for example, players like, I would say, Endrick possibly leaving. We're looking at Gonzalo Garcia possibly leaving. And it's crazy to me. This is the breaking news today. And if you're watching this live, obviously, congratulations, you've heard it first. But if you're watching this on replay, make sure you smash a like. Also, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this Gonzalo Garcia news. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, Gonzalo Garcia, let's talk about it. Because he's one of the players that I would never want to see Real Madrid leave. Exactly. This player is amongst the best talents coming through La Fabrica. I wanted him to stay at Real Madrid, but if the Premier League teams are looking at him as a striker option, and if Gonzalo Garcia is not happy with the playtime at Real Madrid, then do you know what? I would probably see that Gonzalo Garcia is a man that could potentially leave Real Madrid. That's facts here. And I don't want to see it happen. You don't want to see it happen as Real Madrid fans. And no one essentially wants to see this happen. It's a very, very heartbreaking news if it was ever to happen that one of our products from Castilla La Fabrica is going to set to leave. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, people. Yeah? A loan? Okay. Cool. But not a £20 million bid. For Gonzalo, 20 million for Gonzalo Garcia. Are you smoking crack? This is crazy to me. Gonzalo Garcia cannot be a player that's being used to literally just leave him, go out of the club. Okay, cool, mate. You do your thing elsewhere. We'll look elsewhere for a striker. Bro, what are we doing here? It's simple as, and I don't know how concrete the news is. I don't know how concrete it is, but no, it's not just a loan. People in the chat saying it's just a loan. It's not just a loan. And let me bring up the news article so you can see itself. Real Madrid studying offers for Aston Villa join Premier League rivals in 20 million striker hunt. This is Aston Villa, Sunderland, and Wolves. All 3 clubs. This is not a loan, people. Yeah? And it's not a loan. They say maybe he will leave. That would be okay. But the situation is, okay, if they are studying offers for 20 million, it means that they are ready to sell. It's not just a loan. It's not. Yeah, let me read the news article. Aston Villa, one of 3 clubs to show serious interest in Real Madrid attacker Gonzalo Garcia. And it has been floating around of recent. I haven't published anything, but in the background, it has been floating around. According to Fichajes, Villa, Wolves, and Sunderland are keen on the forward who have been a priority target for clubs in England. Madrid's managers understand studying offers and have reportedly set his value at around 20 million. That's set his value. People. Set his value. Are you smoking? What are you smoking, Real Madrid? This guy cannot leave the club. Who are we going to replace him with? Imagine if Mbappe gets injured. Who are we going to replace him with? Endrick. Oh, he's supposedly going to go on loan. And if Gonzalo Garcia leaves in the summer or in the winter, what's going to happen there? This is not good news. I'm really frustrated by this news today. And it is an emergency meeting. It is an emergency because this is not good. Let me zoom in a bit more so you can see. Okay, there we go. It's claimed that Madrid feel that this is an adequate valuation, and this is obviously from Yahoo Sport, but I'm going to read the Sunderland Echo, a newspaper from Sunderland, one of the teams that are probably going to bid for Gonzalo Garcia. It's claimed that Madrid that has adequate valuation given the player's potential and the room for him to develop. Fichajes report that Villa see him as an ideal project to strengthen their attack for the coming, and Wolves consider his profile fits perfectly with the Premier League. It does. It does. He's a physical guy. We know. He knows he can battle with the best of them. And especially with his kind of striking ability, I think he'd be great to fit into any Premier League side. Any Premier League side. Madrid have a choice to make in respect of Garcia, given there is a chance he could consolidate his position in the first team. And it is all about that. It's about, will he make the first team ever? No, he won't. The only way Gonzalo Garcia, let me go back out of here before, obviously, I'm going to go back to the news story in a second. The only way that Gonzalo Garcia is going to fit in the first team is if either Vinny leaves, Mbappe fits the left-hand side, and Gonzalo Garcia takes up the central row. That's the only way I could see it. But is Gonzalo Garcia the profile that Real Madrid need to really reach the heights that they want? Or do they want someone like maybe a Haaland or someone like a Kane, someone of that ilk? What on earth are we doing here? Like, we need someone that's going to come through the system. Look when Raul broke through. That's the kind of player that we need. And Gonzalo Garcia is kind of that player. He's very similar to Raul, the likeness in terms of a fox in a box, a person who can really score within the central area and makes runs really well to accommodate the other players. That's what we want to see. We want to see Gonzalo Garcia staying at the club. Let me read the news article more. Other clubs in Europe have checked in the striker's recognition of his potential and the fact that he would represent a sound investment. However, there are people in Madrid's hierarchy who believe Garcia, who made his 12 league appearances, has yet to realize his full potential. So, there are people within the Madrid hierarchy saying, okay, Gonzalo Garcia, we'll see what happens. But there are maybe with a few concern factors. That Gonzalo Garcia is a project, essentially, La Fabrica coming through, what we want. What we want is a player that's going to come through the system. We haven't had one of those in such a long period of time. Such a long period. Yeah? Every day, the Birmingham Live Football Desk strives to... Okay, that's obviously a thing. But anyway, we move from that, yeah? And we're going to go to the Sunderland Echo in a second. But, guys, let me know in the chat what you're thinking about this. Because... And obviously in the comments below as well, if you're watching this on replay. Let me know what you're thinking. And I really want Gonzalo Garcia to remain at this club. The reason being is because I see him with characteristics of a striker that we don't have currently in the team. We have your Mbappe's, who's obviously fast, rapid. He's got decent technique enough. He strikes the ball well, but he's not a typical striker. We know that, yeah? Endrick is a typical striker, and he is a number 9, and he doesn't share the same characteristics as Gonzalo Garcia. Gonzalo Garcia is very tidy with the football. Endrick isn't. Gonzalo Garcia can really feed other players into the game. Endrick doesn't. Endrick is a final action player. That's what we want. We want 2 different opposing strikers. One of them is going to be either Mbappe or Endrick, and the other one's going to be Gonzalo Garcia. So why are we even entertaining the fact that Gonzalo Garcia can leave Real Madrid? I'm not happy. I'm fuming at this. I'm fuming that this has even made news today. And it's been all over the news. Look at it online. Go on Google right now. Search the amount of news articles showing this. There has to be some element of truth to it. Some element of truth. It's really annoying. And I'm not a man to disregard, obviously, a player and just leave him on the side. I want to see these players play. Copa del Rey is a perfect chance for Gonzalo Garcia to play. I want to see him in the Copa del Rey. I want to see him in matches where we know that we could be victorious. Like Valencia. Why didn't we see Gonzalo Garcia in Valencia, in the Valencia match? What was the purpose? What are we doing? Like, honestly, Xabi Alonso really needs to consider it, because in the Club World Cup, he was our star man. And then when Mbappe comes back, okay, he gets dropped out completely. Because Xabi Alonso may trust Mbappe, yeah, to get the goals, but Gonzalo Garcia is a player, man, we can actually definitely utilize in very critical areas. When Vallecano happened, the match, tell me where. Where do we find Gonzalo Garcia? Hey, on the bench. We need a goal. We need a goal. And this is partly, obviously, down to Xabi Alonso as well. Well, actually, fully down to him, because he's making the lineup. And he's not getting first-team football. That's fact. So I'm not looking for a situation where Gonzalo Garcia, is going to be shoehorned out this club just to accommodate certain things that Real Madrid want to do with the team, or certain things that Xabi Alonso want to do with the team. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And a team like Villa, and let's go into the Sunderland article. Yeah? Let's go into the Sunderland Echo. Credit to them. Okay? Here we go. Sunderland reportedly joined Aston Villa and Wolves in contacting Real Madrid for a 17.6 million striker, 20 million euros. Yeah? Wait, okay. Sunderland are reportedly among the clubs showing interest in highly rated Real Madrid forward Gonzalo Garcia, according to reports from Spanish outlet Fijajes. So they're using the same outlet, Fijajes, to literally gain the news. So obviously, what's going on with this thing? Anyway, cool. The 21-year-old who has progressed from Madrid academy to the first team contention is attracted renewed attention from Premier League after a standout year in Spain. He has claimed Real Madrid have received several formal approaches for the striker and now assessing whether to sell. Madness, isn't it? Madness. Sunderland, Aston Villa and Wolves are all said to have made initial contact with La Liga side, with reports suggesting 3 clubs will be prepared to submit offers in the region of 20 million euros. Fijajes in Spain saying Madrid are weighing up those proposals as part of a wider plan for 2026. That is very realistic, guys. We have to admit. But if Mbappe plays on the left, then I would expect Gonzalo Garcia to stay so we can accommodate him in the centre. But the question of today is Gonzalo Garcia in the long-term plans for Real Madrid? Is he long-term vision-wise? Let me know. Because I think he is. I definitely think he is, yeah? But I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. Because there's certain things I like about him, but there's certain things I don't like about him. What I don't like about him is he is quite sluggish. He's not the fastest player in the world. And in this game and generation of football, you may need that. In terms of his lack of mobility in some areas, I don't really like. He's good positionally, but his lack of mobility is not that good. So there are certain things that we can look at Gonzalo Garcia. Okay, you could fit here. But the Premier League are looking at him, then they could think of him as a typical fox in the box. Someone who's going to get the goals right in the centre without hesitation. Yeah? And it's crazy to me. I'm looking at it, and it's really like that. So, Sunderland interest now is not new. The Black Cats were linked with Gonzalo Garcia several times during the summer transfer window, with recruitment staff monitoring him closely as part of their forward planning. While a move did not materialise then, the latest report indicates that conversations around the player have resurfaced. Garcia strengthened his reputation over the summer by scoring 4 goals. Let me just zoom it in a bit more so you can see, guys. Yeah. Okay, doesn't zoom in. Thank you very much. 4 goals at the FIFA Club World Cup, including strikes against Al Hilal, Salzburg, and decisive winner against Juventus. Finishing the tournament as top scorer, his emergence led to a new contract until 2030 and is a permanent promotion to Real Madrid's first team in August. Madrid are not actively pushing him out, but the report states that interest from England is concrete and ongoing, with Sunderland continuing to track its situation. So, how concrete is this? In reality, apparently Sunderland have contacted him before. So, in actuality, how concrete is it? It could be. It could be very concrete. Very concrete. Thank you, King in the Making, for the super chat. Brother, you should be more enraged about Endrick than Gonzalo Garcia. The money you spent on Endrick only to loan him in January is mental. That's true. Alonso has a lot of talent to use, but he's biased. He is biased and has favourites. Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely know that. And we know that as Real Madrid fans. You, me, the whole world, as Real Madrid fans, know that Xabi Alonso does have his bias to certain players. Like Brahim Diaz, the same thing. He likes Brahim Diaz because he's supposedly a tidy footballer. Pass, backwards, keep it safe, keep the ball safe, no risks. Endrick is a risk taker. Gonzalo Garcia is not really a risk taker. He can play in a typical striker area, but also drop deep to accommodate the midfielders, accommodate the wingers, and really link up play. That's what Gonzalo Garcia is good at. So for us as Real Madrid fans, it's really, really important that we as a unit, I would say, really show that we really admire Gonzalo Garcia. But Gonzalo Garcia, he is a player that I would like to see evolve into a proper first-team player. A proper first-team player. Not someone on the sidelines. Not someone who's going to sit out. Not someone who's just going to accommodate his place on the bench just because there's no place. No, fight for your competition. Fight to be in that first team. But Alonso, I don't think he's going to be allowing that. I'm going to be honest. I don't think you allow that. It's very crazy to me. I'm looking at it, and this whole news today surfacing is not very good news for Real Madrid. And not very good news for, well, maybe Gonzalo Garcia would be influential in the Prem, especially for those sides. Aston Villa, Wolves and Sunderland, especially Wolves and Sunderland. I can see him fitting in like a glove. Absolutely fitting in like a glove. It is a very, very good move from them. And if Sunderland have contacted him before, then you would expect, obviously, them to maybe resurface that. And it's very critical that Real Madrid made the right decision here. Because a manager like Regis Lebris for Sunderland, he would look at him like a perfect, just fit in a glove, literally. Fit into the team. They're very decent defensively. All they need is someone up front who's going to be clinical. And Gonzalo Garcia is the guy. He definitely is the guy. It's very crazy to me. I look at him and I really want him to stay. But let me read obviously some of the chats that are coming through, guys, and then we'll talk about it for another 10 minutes or so. I want to just move on to a few things about Gonzalo Garcia and what's his future at Real Madrid, if there is going to be one. Yeah. Let's look at a few of these chats, guys. Yeah. What will happen if he took out Mbappe? That's exactly that. And look, if Mbappe is injured, this is actually what I want to talk about actually for the last 10 minutes. Conveniently, great point, Justice. Look, there's certain points about Gonzalo Garcia and Mbappe. He's one injury away from us completely losing the season. And if Gonzalo Garcia was to leave in winter, for example, let's just say, I don't think he will, but if he was, then we would have no actual replacement striker if Hendricks is on loan as well. What are we doing? Putting Bellingham up front again? Are we going to go with that route again? No. Gonzalo Garcia will stay until the summer. But I don't want him to be in the first team also and play throughout the season. Imagine if Mbappe's injured for like 2 months. Play in the first team for Real Madrid and then suddenly be shipped off to England. Doesn't make sense, does it? Like, this guy is a very good player, a very good technician on the ball, and has certain traits about him that we really like as Real Madrid fans. So why not have him there as a backup plan for Mbappe? That backup plan is crucial. Crucial for our success long term. Because we need strength in depth. The Copa del Rey is another competition. Super Cup's another competition. Champions League's another competition. La Liga's another competition. That is it. So we need him in the squad. Don't you get that, Real Madrid? We need him. Yeah? Yeah, I know Jude False 9 again, Common Sensei. Absolutely not. I don't want to see no Jude False 9. I don't want to see it again. That is not what we want Jude to be. We want Jude to be a midfielder that can really dictate how he's going to carry the ball through the centre and then progress the team up front. When he carries the ball, the team flood up front because they know that he can carry it for a very long time and then allow other players to feed into areas that we can really utilize, areas that we can really show attacking potential. But Jude is not going to be the false 9 again. I will never, ever see that again. I don't want to see that again, and it will never happen. I don't think Xabi Alonso is the kind of manager that will see that. Gonzalo Garcia is going to be the guy. He's going to be the guy. Otherwise, recruit someone in winter. If Hendricks is leaving out on loan, we only have Gonzalo Garcia to replace Mbappe. The whole Olympic Lyonnais loan saga, that is also in the making. It's in the making. I don't want to see Gonzalo Garcia leave. I'm sorry. I'm really, really flipping fuming about this news. Honestly, I'm so mad about it. I can't stand it. The way that we just literally just give players off like no man's business. I understand Chema. I understand Nico Paz. Obviously, Nico Paz could definitely come back to Real Madrid. Chema's one of our best products also from La Fabrica. Chema, Chema Andres. Very, very good. Holding midfielder, defensive abilities, everything about him. Such a good prospect. Chema Andres. This is not what I want. We're shipping off our best products. Literally madness, bro. Absolutely, I don't want to know it, mate. I don't want to. Like, it's mad, bro. I just lose my mind on these things, honestly. Like, I really guess what, guys? Yeah, I really wanted to see Chema Andres evolve in this first team. I want to see Gonzalo Garcia evolve in this first team. They're our best products from Castilla, bro. They're our best products. Chema Andres is doing well in Stuttgart. Gonzalo Garcia is not even getting game time. So if we do send off Gonzalo Garcia, make sure it's on loan so we can return him back. Or maybe loan, and then we'll see what happens. If they want to put an option, put an option to the buy. But don't allow it to go through. Don't allow it to go through. Honestly. Try and add water and you don't need Chema Andres. I tell you what, you know what? I always said that Chema Andres is going to be... I said he was going to be the next Rodri. Yeah, I asked what he said. I actually said that. I thought he was going to be the next Rodri. But Gonzalo Garcia, bro, honestly, like, it's really, really saddening that our best product, promoted to the first team, is now looking to go off onto another venture in England. I'm not happy, man. I'm nowhere near happy or nowhere near satisfied about this absolute nonsense circulating in the media. Absolutely crazy. But, guys, like, what do we do with the team? You let me know in the chat. What do we do with the team? Comment down below. What do we do? Let me know. Because is Vinny the guy that's going to go? Is Rodrigo potentially to go, even though I saw Rodrigo in a completely different fashion with Brazil? Yeah? Is Vinny going to go and then allow Mbappe to actually play his natural position, and we have one of our products coming through to play in the striker role? In Gonzalo Garcia. I want Gonzalo Garcia to be the main guy at Real Madrid, the main focal point up front. Is he good enough at the moment? No, he's not. I know that for a fact. Can he be good enough? Yes, he can. Can Mbappe actually play his natural position, please? For once. And can we have an actual striker, an actual number 9 up front? Because when we played against Vallecano, when we played Liverpool, we were crying out for a number 9. Crying out. Getafe, another example. Osasuna, another example. Crying out for a number 9. Marseille, another example. Not winning on penalties. Crying out for a number 9 who's going to slot chances away in the flipping box. Crying out for one. There's no number 9 in our team, bro. That's actually competing for first team spots. Not one singular number 9. You can have loads of teams in the world. This whole situation about trying to merge players together so you don't need a number 9 is ridiculous. We need one. Mbappe is great at what he does. I understand. He's great at what he does. But we still need a true 9. Someone that can really put chances away on an actual... in an instant. Not someone who's going to, try and feed others in. Try and play. Go over to the left. Spend 10 million years with Vinny and then come back into the middle. No. Mbappe, you occupy that role on the left and we get a number 9. That is it. We cannot be a team without a number 9. Benzema. You see what Benzema offered. You saw what Benz offered. King Kareem, bro. That's what he offered. The man was excellent in everything that he did. Even though he accommodated Cristiano also for the majority of his career, he was excellent when Ronaldo wasn't even there. This guy was an actual true 9. A person who could slot away. Look what he did to Chelsea, bro. That's the kind of striker that we need. When you go away from home and you can actually annihilate a team single-handedly. That's the kind of striker that we need. Benz was the guy, man. Benz was the guy. Haaland is the guy as well. Haaland is the guy. Kane is the guy. These are the number 9s in world football. I tell you what, yeah, Benz, even at his current stage in his career, would still do an excellent job at Real Madrid. An excellent job. He left at the right time. I give him that. He left when it was on a high. And everybody, we knew what was going to happen. It was going to be trying to rebuild. Carlo Ancelotti comes in, bang. You know? That is what he does. Obviously, Carlo, we knew that he was going to try and see how Bellingham was going to fit in and Rodrigo was going to fit in and Vini was going to fit in. But you had your Mavericks on the team as well, like Toni Kroos, that captain's on the pitch as well. Yeah? Man like Benzema was absolutely sensational. The guy sacrificed himself time and time again to put Ronaldo on a plate to score. Time and time again, every single week in, week out. Even Ronaldo said that Benzema was one of the best players that he ever played with. One of the best that he ever played with. So Gonzalo Garcia can be that guy. Can be. A prospect like Benzema came in and developed into the player that he was in. But can we do that as a team? Have we ever had a very good track record at developing players, or we just bring them in? And then, hey, that's what happened. Yes, we have. We have people say Real Madrid don't develop players, but we have. We have. And we can bring in young players and really develop them into the really good players they should be. And Gonzalo Garcia is definitely one of them. Absolutely one of them. Yeah? Unbelievable that we are actually thinking about this in 2025 already. Penciling in the leaving of Gonzalo Garcia at Real Madrid is absolutely ridiculous. I'm fuming at it. Fuming. Will it happen? Who knows? Is it just news? Yes. But is there some form of reality to the news as well? Potentially. We really need to really look at ourselves as a team. Oh, leaving Endrick to leave. Because Endrick, I tell you what, yeah. Let me tell you something about Endrick. Endrick has potential to become really, really good. Really good. He doesn't get the minutes to gel with the team. The guy does not get the minutes. Endrick does not get any minutes at all to gel with this flipping team. What on earth is going on? Endrick, bogey minutes. He comes on for 5, 6, 7 minutes. What is that? Give him a whole flipping half or something. Give him 60 to the 90th minute, 30 minutes to come on. Let him show what he can do. Jesus Christ, man. Is this down to Alonso, guys? Is it down to him? Is it down to... I tell you, under Ancelotti, we knew that Endrick could have got minutes. Under Ancelotti himself. I know Ancelotti, hey, he didn't trust in Arda Güler when Xabi Alonso did, and I give him credit for that. Arda Güler's become a sensation. Real Madrid, main 10. I understand that. But Endrick, I tell you what, I would have known that Endrick would have been coming on. I know Endrick obviously had a lengthy spell out, fine, but he comes back and he should be featuring at least 15, 20 minutes, guys. At least 15, 20 minutes. Come on, people. Like, it's madness to me. I need to see these spells from players like Gonzalo Garcia. We're winning 3-0. Take off Mbappe. We're winning 3-0 at half time. Take him off and put Gonzalo Garcia there. Put Endrick there. Come on, bro. Like, what are you doing here? Why do you need to keep Mbappe in the team all the time? Let him rest a bit. Take him out of the squad. If we're actually winning comfortably by half time, like a 2 or 3-0, take him off. Valencia, perfect example. Endrick got minutes, of course, but the situation is, I want to see Mbappe taken out if we're winning comfortably, and then put one of the players that actually deserves it to be in this formation, to be in the team. Unbelievable. I'm absolutely fuming. Absolutely fuming. It's absolutely ridiculous that we're seeing this time and time again. I don't want to see it, man. Exactly. The one time Endrick came on, he cooked, bro. Crazy. We need to do something, mate. We need to do something. Because, yeah, Gonzalo Garcia cannot leave this club. He cannot leave this club at all. I'll be fuming if he does. I'll be absolutely fuming. Let me read some of the chats, guys, yeah? Cool. Let me read some of these chats. Okay, let's read some of the chats. Okay. Real Madrid might suffer a lot against many really disciplined teams because it was never about the tactical, it's all about winning and the individual brilliance. That's it. That's absolutely it. Look at against Liverpool. You're telling me that Gonzalo García couldn't have come on and try and be the extra outlet in front. Properly get good minutes against Liverpool while they're sitting back in these areas, because Mbappe's not making those runs. Mbappe cannot make the runs that Gonzalo Garcia can and Endrick can. He doesn't have it in him. It's not natural to him. Gonzalo Garcia and Endrick are true nines. They know which running patterns to make to disturb defenses. Even though Mbappe is super talented, Mbappe cannot do that. Against Barcelona, he made a good run. I know that. He scored the goal. Great. But you see Endrick and Gonzalo Garcia doing this against teams that are defensively set up to batter you and make it difficult for you. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah? So we need really to understand what is going on with the front line, because Xabi Alonso loves Vinny and loves Mbappe. We know that, yeah? He's seeing them two as the outlet that they need, Real Madrid needs, to really score the goals. But, and this is a big but, when it doesn't work in a match, what do? You don't call Ghostbusters, do you? What you do is you put actual strikers on. You put actual strikers on. Yeah? Madness. This news that's circulating today, unbelievable. I have not seen something so demoralizing than this today. From the Sunderland Echo to report this, and for so many news sources to report this as well, it seems like Gonzalo Garcia is a type of player in a type of position that a lot of Premier League sides will like, and they will, because they saw him at the Club World Cup, some certain instances last year as well, and they know that he can be a player that can be really influential at crucial times in games. Watch him go to Sunderland and get certain amount of goals in a scene. Watch him go. Watch him go to Villa. Watch him go to Wolves and see them bad goals, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to see Gonzalo Garcia shipped off anywhere. It's absolutely ridiculous that we're even entertaining this. Even entertaining this is absolutely ridiculous. Can't stand it, people. Can't stand it. But let me read some more chats, guys. Luke, Cruz, Benz, and Modric was absolutely mental. Absolutely. Look at Modric. Modric is still good, man. Modric is still good. Couldn't Modric be our deep line playmaker in this team? Would you agree with that? Could he just be a bit more reserves, stay back, control the tempo in the middle of the game? That's what he did. Scholes in a later year did that. Pirlo did that in later years as well, when they're getting towards the end of their career. Modric could have done the same. Modric is a perfect player that could really sit in that deep role and say, okay, I'll just control the tempo and I'll flood the box and whatever with perfect, precise balls, everything that we want from a team. Yeah? Modric could have been that guy. He could have. I don't know, man. We're looking at. Maybe I'm looking at it a bit too deep at the moment, but unfortunately, man, we are not in a position to start letting go of strikers. Yeah? We're not in a position. Yeah? Unbelievable. Yeah? Unbelievable. We got 10 minutes to go, guys, before the end of the stream. Let me just get more comments in. Okay. I agree at the one time Endrick came on and he cooked. Yeah. Mbappe's injured his ankle ligaments with France. I think that's not too drastic, guys, yeah? It's not too drastic. Don't worry about that. Yeah? Yeah. Not too drastic. Yeah? Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So ultimately, we need to decide what we need to do as fans, mate, because we need to make some noise or something, because Gonzalo Garcia is definitely not a player that we want to see leave at all. Yeah. Modric was still playing. Absolutely, Modric will still play in the current state of La Liga. Absolutely, he will. Absolutely, he will. Let me put the live chats, guys. Sorry. Let me put the live chat as well. Fede Valverde is world class. I agreed. I've always said that. And I stick to that absolutely. Xabi is destroying the chemistry of the team and how it will affect Madrid from January. How come when they win, he doesn't give Endrick and Garcia when they're winning, basically? I don't know. I don't know why Xabi Alonso doesn't give Endrick minutes and Gonzalo Garcia when they're winning. In good games, Levante as well. Like, give Gonzalo Garcia minutes. Come on, let him come on for a long spell. Like, we know against some of the teams in La Liga, we're going to absolutely whitewash. Girona, perfect example. Girona, put Gonzalo Garcia. Put him on. Play Mbappe on the left and sit out Vinny. See how well it does. Because what happened in the Club World Cup is when Gonzalo Garcia was playing with Vinny in the two up top, we were frying, mate. We were cooking. We were cooking, bro. The two up top, excellent. So why can't we do that the same? Why can't we do the same? Absolutely ridiculous. It needs to be a plan from Xabi to integrate Gonzalo Garcia in this team. In this team. Yeah? Madness. Madness. We need it. We need it. Yeah? And guys, let me tell you something, yeah? Will's informed me that some guy has made a Discord in my name, yeah? Nobody joined the Discord. I don't have Discord. I don't really use Discord. I don't want to start doing these kind of Discord things and stuff. I want to go live in person with you, yeah? Please. Yeah, this guy, yeah, that's called 999IQ or Mystic or whatever, yeah? Don't join these Discords. If you've joined this Discord, exit immediately, yeah? I'd never used Discord in my life, yeah? So I don't even know what it is, yeah? So, guys, do not join the Discord. I've just received news from Will that somebody's made a Discord in my name. Guys, don't join it, yeah? That's it, finished, yeah? Let me read some more comments, guys, before we wrap up the show, okay? Jude can be the number 10. I don't want Jude in number 10. I'm sorry. I don't want Jude in the number 10. I would never, ever want Jude to play a number 10 role. I want Jude to be in either a double pivot with a more defensively sounded midfielder, like, for example, Tchouaméni or Camavinga or Valverde. Yeah? I want him to be in a double pivot. I don't want Jude Bellingham to play in a 10. Get that through your heads. Jude is not a 10. Yeah? Yeah, Dave, I found out in Will's server. Look, I banned him and he was banning everyone in Will's server. Weird, wild stuff. Yeah, absolutely, man. Don't join these Discords, people. Don't join these Discords, mate. I don't join Discords, and yeah, these guys, mate, I don't know what they do in these channels, mate. Absolutely mad. Big up, Will. Love the podcast. Big up, Will. Will? I'm clearly not Will, bro. But big up anyway, yeah. Dave, what's up, bro? Xabi out. He's a fraud. I don't think we should call for Xabi out, to be honest, yeah. He's our manager. We need to respect him. Look, let me say. I'm going to say something loud and clear, yeah. For the last 5 minutes of this, yeah. Let me say something, yeah. When I went to the Brazil game to watch Brazil, yeah, I actually felt a little bit emotional. I was watching Ancelotti on the sidelines. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, mate. Last year, I belittled him. I said horrible things against this guy. I called him so many words under the sun. I called him a fraud. I called him this. I called him that. Now when I come to realize it, this guy has brought success to this club, mate. Yeah? So, in the heat of the season, I understand. We know, as Real Madrid fans, heat of the season, we know what we're doing. We zone out and we go, this, against Carlo Ancelotti. Sorry. Yeah? Against Carlo Ancelotti. Yeah? Carlo Ancelotti, yeah, is such a classy human being, this guy, yeah? And I saw him yesterday in the vlog. Actually, my vlog is actually coming out in, well, it's coming out in 4 minutes, actually. I completely didn't realize. I got a vlog coming out, guys. It's me and my fiance. I'm dropping it on our channel, Dave and Luna. I'm going to redirect it anyway. I'll redirect it. Let me set up now. Yeah. The vlog shows Carlo Ancelotti how cool he is. Yeah. And I really liked it. I think, mate, like, what's it called? Carlo Ancelotti, mate. This guy, mate. I woke up. I left the stadium. I was like, Jesus Christ. You know what? Sometimes you wish you had Carlo Ancelotti in your team, bro. Yeah, Carlo Ancelotti is a big boy manager, man. That guy is legendary. We know that the amount of trophies he's won, the amount of everything that he's won. Guys, honestly, Carlo, mate, hey, fully respect you, bro. And this guy, mate, yesterday put Rodrigo in a position that I've never really seen play before. Yeah, in terms of that kind of left attacking middle, driving into the central areas and making things work for Brazil. Absolutely sensational. Rodrigo played amazing yesterday. Amazing. Same as Esteval, you know. Dave, I don't see how you can win the Champions League. You can kiss it goodbye. You can't win all the time. Ain't it 1950s era anymore? Teams are stronger. Absolutely, I do believe that. Yeah, the teams are stronger now. So yeah, I know we can. I know we can obviously look at the Champions League this year as a chance to just try and make it essentially. Yeah, try and make it far into the competition. If we can do that, then yeah, everything will be really. I think everything will be decently good for this year. I think win La Liga, win the domestic cups. That's all that counts. And we need Gonzalo Garcia. Obviously, I've been mentioning throughout this podcast. Need Gonzalo Garcia to be in that team. In case Vinny goes out, Endrick is set to leave on loan to Lyon. We need Gonzalo Garcia. We need him in the team. Yeah, David, Xabi only good Xabi's only good at the leagues. Yeah, well, true. Obviously, we saw him in the Europa League final against Atalanta. Poor final from Leverkusen, but we need him for this league. Xabi Alonso, I fully trust him to win this league for us. Yeah, the state of it at the moment, and it's absolutely criminal. And what's happening? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Gonzalo Garcia. Yeah, Omar, you wouldn't believe it, man. The news. It's not just Aston Villa, bro. It's Aston Villa, Wolves, or Sunderland. It's 3 of them. Premier League raid on Gonzalo Garcia. Jesus Christ. What have we come to, guys? Yeah? What have we come to as? It is madness, guys. Absolute madness. It's crazy, man. I want to see Gonzalo Garcia just have a good career at Real Madrid. I'm going to be honest. I want to see him have a very, very good career. Yeah? Very, very good career. I don't want to see anything bad like him going somewhere off and just not integrated to the team at all. I want to see Gonzalo Garcia in this team. End of story. But guys, yeah, Wolves or Sunderland. Aston Villa, Wolves and Sunderland, guys. Big 2025, you know. Madness. Absolutely madness. But guys, yeah. It's been a great emergency stream once again. I love doing these. Make sure, give it a like, guys. Make it a like, yeah? Give us a like. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this, yeah? And what we're going to do is we're going to redirect now to the vlog, people, yeah? Where we went to Brazil versus Senegal, where Brazil versus beat Senegal 2-0. Yeah, I'm redirecting that now. Make sure you watch that premiere. It's me and my missus, me and the fiance. Yeah, we're celebrating, guys, and it's mad scenes, yeah, mad. So make sure you subscribe to the new channel, obviously, Dave and Luna, and we'll see you over there in a bit. I'll be in the chat interacting with you lot, guys, so make sure you actually follow us over there, and we will be back tomorrow, probably.